Jayaguru Sankhipta Stotra Vandana. Om Brahmanandam Parama Sukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurti Dvandvatitam Gagana Shadrusham Tattvamasya Dilaksham Ekam Nityam Bimalang Machalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tang Namah. Jayaguru all to this today's session of Summer Vacation Bliss, subtitled Nigam Swadhyay group. By blessing of Thakurjee, all is going well, and we all know we are going through a very critical juncture as far as Indian peace prosperity is concerned. But yes, we are hopeful by blessings of Thakurjee, everything will be settled soon and all will be well. Taking this cue forward, I am requesting Sohang Bhakti Mahapatra of NTPC Sakha Sangha to recap the yesterday's session. Let me also inform you, NTPC Sakha Sangha has just celebrated their Silver Jubilee session. I mean, they have completed 25 years. So it's a great achievement for all of us. One of the Sakha of Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, which is an industrial town, has completed 25 years. So it's a matter of pride for all of us. So from that Sangha, so One Ma is going to recap the session. All yours, Sohang Bhakti Mahapatra, please recap. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Jai Guru to all Bhai and Ma. So let's do quick recap. So previously we came to know that Nalinikanta questions Mother's Tara identity, and she reveals she is Tara appearing in his wife's form, because that's how he worshipped her. Her real form is different, teaching and Nalinikanta about the nature of spiritual understanding. Nalinikanta requests a vision of Mother Tara's true form and is granted his wish. Mother Tara instructs to distribute Brahmagyana among her devotees. Nalinikanta encounters a fierce goddess, faints, and later receives blessing from his Guru Vamakshepa after regaining consciousness. Then Nalinikanta achieves success in Tantra Sadhana under Vamakshepa guidance. Nalinikanta returns Kumira and feeling divine pleasure, who appears as Sudhanshu Bala. He tries to touch her, but she vanishes, leaving him questioning his spiritual progress. Nalinikanta is confused by mother's behavior and he decided to go his guru, Vamakshepa. Then Vamakshepa becomes enraged upon hearing Nalinikanta's question, but later calms down and reveals that he inquired about Nalinikanta's problem with mother. Vamakshepa advises Nalinikanta to seek a Jnani Guru to quench his thirst for knowledge, as he has done all he can. He leaves his home and family. Then he meets Jotupadar. Then after that, Vamakshepa advises him to proceed to Vindhyagiri to his Jnani Guru. Then he faced initial struggles including poverty and fatigue, and eventually forget their family and background in their search to find a Jnani Guru, and experiences magical events in Kashi, eventually continue their journey to Ajmer. Then Nalinikanta's journey to find his Gyani Guru, marked by physical and social challenges, but he remains strong. Despite being rebuked by a friend, he continued to search for his Guru, trusting in the words of Guru Vamakshepa. Nalinikanta is on a spiritual quest to find a Guru. He attends a gathering where Vamakshepa, a saint from his dream, is speaking. Nalinikanta is overcome with emotion and approaches the dais. The saint refuses to accept Nalinikanta as a disciple due to his Bengali background. Then Nalinikanta follows Swami Sachidananda Saraswati to Puskara Matham, determined to his disciple despite the saint's initial refusal. He finds the saint's behavior challenging to tolerate but feels destined to be his disciple. He is taxed with manual labor, including cutting firewood, grasses, and faces challenges such as blister and leeches, but continues to work, demonstrating his commitment to becoming the saint's disciple. Then Nalinikanta faced challenges at the ashram, at the matha, overcoming his fear of leeches and adapting to simple food. However, he made mistakes while cooking and guiding the sacred fire, leading to harsh criticism from his guru, ultimately deciding to leave the matha. Then Nalinikanta was taken by senior disciple Brahmananda to a lonely place and explained that Guru Sachidanand's harsh behavior was a test of his tolerance and adapt him to further practices. Nalinikanta questioned the Guru's behavior, comparing it to his mother's. His friend Brahmananda then advised him to stay and reminding him that living would render his experiences worthless and that he should continue to understand the Guru's true nature. Jayaguru.
Many thanks, Sohan Bhakti. You are very soft spoken, and the way you have narrated the discussion of yesterday was excellent. I think all of would be recapping the entire incident. One thing you added new thing, I was hearing you very categorically. That was a question also yesterday. Some of our Bhais or Maas have questioned why Nalinikanta was not being accepted as a disciple by Sachidanand Saraswati. So I think you answered that well today. Because he was a Bengali. So Sachidanand Swami was having, a feelings that Bengali people are, little bit not laborious people. They would like to be ease and comfort. So yes, that's also a reason. So thanks for pointing it out very loudly and clearly. So may Thakurjee bless you, Soham Bhakti, and may your Sakha Sangha go beyond many years. So thank you for this. I am now requesting Priyambada Ma and Devashish Bhai to declare the result of yesterday. Thank you.
Jayaguru. Jayaguru everyone. So as you can see the screen, we had received around 67 responses yesterday. And out of those, we got quickest responses from Divyansu Ghadai Bhai from Jagannathpur Sangha, Shivani Dasma from Ekamra Sangha, Namrata Dasma from Hyderabad Sangha. So we had 5 questions. So everybody answered well. And these 3 man Bhai, they got the quickest responses. Congratulations over.
Thank you. Let's have a big round of applause for all of them who have attended the question and answer session and who have got the quickest response. One thing I am, observing, the responses are getting increased day by day. So this is a good news for all of us, and may Thakurjee bless, all of them. The only request to the...
We are also getting some re-attempts from Sama Bhai and Ma, so that is also acceptable.
Yes.
Re-attempt. Yeah.
So it's a good sign. The only thing is, whoever are attending, I could not find new members on a daily basis. So mainly many members are repeated. I could see very few new members. So my sincere suggestion to all of them who are attending, to spread this message among the entire Nilachala Saraswat Sangha, so that the way you people are getting benefited, they should also be a part to it. So again, grateful and thank you to all of you. Now, without wasting any further time, we have got from our Kamarpada Sakha Sangha, Jyotiraj Swami Bhai. So Jyotiraj Swami Bhai was also there with us during our delegate seva in this Sammelani. He is a very sincere Sevaka and he opted from his side to be a part of this seva. So welcome Jyotiraj Bhai. So please start reading. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru Bhai. Jayaguru. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Jayaguru, please go ahead.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru.
But after that day, the scenario slowly started changing. And then only Narendra could know that Brahmananda was very correct. Gradually, Guru Satyananda's attitude became softened towards Narendra, and he could feel a marked change in Satyananda's behavior. Narendra was astonished to find the softness hidden behind such rude behavior of Satyananda. Now he believed that he was being put into series of tests, because not that his Guru did not have faith on him, but it was for his own benefit only. For Nalinikanta, his Guru seemed no less than God. Out of respect and unconditional love for his Guru, Nalinikanta secretly put in his mouth the water dripping from the clothes of Satyananda after him taking bath, and he will bow down, put his head on the footprints left on earth by his Lord. Satyananda thought was the Vedantic sannyasi yet. He worshipped many idols. Nalinikanta could not understand his Guru, who was preaching the theory of one eternal existence, without shape, size, and figure.
Jyotiraj Bhai, can you put your mic near your mouth, because some members are telling audio is not clear.
Okay, just give me one.
Yes. Now it is far better.
Now it is good?
Yes, now it is better.
Okay, then I'm starting. Satyananda, though, was the Vedantic sannyasi, yet he worshipped many idols. Nalinikanta could not understand his Guru, who was preaching the theory of one eternal existence, without shape, size, and figure, and him worshipping idols. One day he asked him why he is worshipping so many idols. Satyananda told him, "It is because of the society I have to worship those idols. Moreover, it is very difficult for the newcomers to start worshipping the formless Brahma in the beginning." Nalinikanta, though, could not understand the purpose behind the idol worship, could not accept it for himself. Knowing pretty well that Nalinikanta did not like idol worship, Satyananda entrusted the cleaning of idols on him. Nalinikanta, as an unwilling worker, reluctantly accepted the task of cleaning the idols. One day, Satyananda found that one of the idols was not properly cleaned. Satyananda angrily scolded Nalinikanta for his incompetence. As usual, Nalinikanta did not say anything in reply, but when Satyananda left the place for some work, Nalinikanta snatched the idol from its place and, giving a slap to it, said, "For you, my Guru has rebuked me from nowhere." Nowhere. Satyananda arrived and laughingly told Nalinikanta, "Why you are always argue not to worship these lifeless idols. Then, with whom you were talking now? Nalinkanto, knowing that his guru was watching him closely, laughed heartily and could clearly understand why he was interested with the job of cleaning idols. The ways
Jyotiraj
and the
Bhai,
means.
Jyotiraj Bhai, is there any option to better the sound? Because still I am getting comments the audio is not proper.
Okay, shall I let's switch off my microphone? I will directly connect the audio to phone.
Jyotiraj, please remove your headphone and directly talk.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, all right.
Am I clearly audible?
Now it is far better, Jyotiraj.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay. The ways and the means of teaching by such elevated souls are totally different than the method followed in today's educational institution. For each disciple or student, the method of teaching varies pertaining to eligibility, that is, according to the level of intelligence of the student. The examination is also conducted without any timetable, and the method of examination is very different than the rules followed by our universities. This is possible because of the close relation between Guru and Shishya, which is unimaginable in today's world. If Guru finds his disciple is not able to perform certain spiritual tasks, then he would infuse his divine energy into the disciple to make him capable to perform it, or in some cases, Guru only blesses the pupil by which the disciple overcomes the barrier in the path to success. Sannyasa. Jayaguru. Nalinikanta worked dedicatedly at math but could not express his desire for sannyasa, monkhood. Before Satchidananda behaved as if he does not know about the desire of Nalinikanta. One fine morning, Satchidananda told Nalinikanta, I am going to initiate you to monkhood. Go and obtain permission from your father. Nalinikanta knew it an impossible task, as his father would never accord him his permission to become a monk. Nalinikanta humbly said, my father will never permit me to become a sannyasi. Same thing happened in the case of Sri Shankaracharya and also in case of Lord Chaitanya. But they could become sannyasis. Moreover, you are not my father, mother and everything. Then why should I go anywhere for permission when I am with you? Satchidananda, finding his argument correct, agreed to initiate him without his father's permission. Nalinikanta's joy knew no bound. He secretly went to the solidarity place and danced in joy as his long waiting is going to be over. Tears of joy started flowing from his eyes. All those days during what he never had dreamed to do was for his days only. He had enough patience to continue the menial walk and wait patiently. But now he became impatient. That night he could not sleep. Again and again he would look out through the window to find breaking of dawn. In the morning, Nalinikanta shaved off his hair and taking bath in the nearby stream, waited anxiously to be initiated into sannyasa. After the ritual Anjagya, sacred fire, was over, Satchidananda fondly but seriously told the mantra in his ear. The moment Nalinikanta heard the mantra, Ayam Bhashmi, I am the supreme truth, a sudden change came over him. Forgot his past life, his father, mother, and all relations. He thought he is the sun, he is the moon, he is earth, and he is everything. He became firmly established on essence of the mantra. As he could master the difficult and complicated theories of Vedanta, which is called Nigam Tattva, within a very short period, Satchidananda changed his name into Nigamananda, Jayaguru. The previous Nalinikanta lost its existence, and in its place, Nigamananda took birth. No one knew that one day this young sannyasi Nigamananda would spread the essence of Nigam Tattva throughout the world. By this time, the rudeness of Satchidananda has changed into unbelievable affection towards Nigamananda. Now we are going to present an incident which will explain Guru-Shishya relationship existed between them more clearly. Once Satchidananda and Nigamananda paid a visit to one of the disciples' house. Satchidananda saw a salagram, rounded, smooth stone worshipped as a symbol of Vishnu, which attracted his attention. Out of modesty, he could not ask for it. After returning from his house, Satchidananda expressed his desire before Nigamananda and asked him to procure it. Somehow, Nigamananda knew that it may not become possible for the disciple to part with it. But knowing that his guru is very much interested to have it, he said he would try. Few days after Nigamananda went to the house of the disciple, and while discussing, he told him, "You have a salagram, but worshipping it improperly will bring misfortune to you. I know you are a householder. It may not be possible to worship it properly. Better donate it to some sadhu and be safe." The disciple became worried and wanted to know if anybody would accept it. Nigamananda thought for a while and said, "Okay, give it to me. I will take care of the rest." The disciple sighed with relief and gave it to him. Nigamananda, putting it in his bag, returned to math, but being engaged with other works, forgot about the salagram resting in his bag. After a few days, he remembered about it and hurriedly took it out from the bag. But to his astonishment, he found the round salagram has changed its shape and has become cylindrical. He brought it to Satchidananda, who rebuked him for his forgetfulness, but became very happy getting the salagram. After a few days of worship, it again returned it to its original round shape. Now Satchidananda has started depending on Nigamananda to fulfill his desire. There were hundreds of disciples living in the math, but Satchidananda did not disclose his desire to acquire salagram before any other than Nigamananda, because he knew no one except him can fulfill his desire. And truly, Nigamananda lived up to his guru's expectation throughout his sojourn on earth. Another time, Satchidananda became ill, suffering from gastroenteritis. Nigamananda became worried and asked for his permission to consult a doctor. Satchidananda told him, "No, do not call the doctor. I know how to cure it, but I can't do it for myself." Nigamananda said, "Then teach me how to do it. I will cure you." Satchidananda smiled and asked, "For that, you have to dip your ankle into hot oil and put it on my belly. Can you put your foot on my body?" Nigamananda replied, "I know if a disciple put or even touches the body of his guru with his feet, he would go to hell. But I am not worried. If by doing so you will be cured, I am prepared to go to hell. Now teach me how to do it." Satchidananda, observing his dedication to him, became very pleased and proud of his disciple. He taught him the method of cure. Nigamananda followed it and got Satchidananda cured within no time. For his guru, Nigamananda was prepared to go to any extent. Once the disciple becomes that dedicated, then automatically the energy of guru starts flowing into the body, mind, and into the life of the disciple. The same thing happened in case of Nigamananda, which he might not have noticed. Satchidananda had mastered the art of keeping a notorious Pishas, Shatan, under his control for some personal reasons, but to do that, he had to offer him non-veg food in the funeral ground on a certain day of the month. Nigamananda did not like his guru, who was a strict vegetarian, cooking non-veg food and offering it to the Pisacha. He expressed his displeasure to Satchidananda Sachidananda told him if he would not do that, then the Pisacha will kill him. Nigamananda wanted to know if there is a way out, and he was told by his guru that if someone will accept the lordship over it, and then Sachidananda can be saved from doing such unpleasant work. Nigamananda, promising him to give it to somebody, persuaded him to be part with Pisacha. Within few days, Nigamananda was able to find a Naga sadhu who accepted it readily. But for this act of him, he incurred the wrath of the Pisacha, which did put him into awkward situation in the future. Though no harm was done to him due to the blessing of his guru, if the disciple become dedicated to his guru, then no harm would ever come to him because his guru's blessing will no doubt save him from any trouble. There is an age-old tradition of for sannyasi disciples to beg for their livelihood. Being educated, Nigamananda was against any form of begging. Sachidananda, as expected, ordered him to beg. Nigamananda had no option and went out with the begging bowl in his hand. Standing under a tree, he finding someone coming that way would think that now he would beg. But by the time he mustered enough courage to beg the passerby, he would pass him, leaving him with an empty bowl. If anyone out of compassion would donate something, then he would take it, otherwise, he would go without food on that day. One day, his guru asked him, "Did you get anything today? Have you taken anything?" Nigamananda replied angrily, "What is that to you? Do you care if I eat or I go hungry?" Sachidananda laughed at him and told him, from now onwards, you will not go hungry, and you do not have to beg anymore. Truly, after that day, people came to know him and offered food materials without Nigamananda asking. The power of Guru's blessing is beyond anybody's conception, which materialize without waiting for the time to help. Sachidananda had made him complete the sadhana chasatya, 4 sadhana which make one eligible to study Vedanta. The part of knowledge is a very difficult one, hence one has to become eligible for it through sadhana chotasya. That is why he had to undergo the hardship at the beginning of his ashram life. The training by Sachidananda was thorough and meticulous, so also his teaching. Knowing that his disciple possessed a modern intelligence and analytical mind, he had taught him on that line for which Nigamananda could solve many problems pertaining to religious world which were troubling him since his childhood. On the other hand, Nigamananda learned very quickly and did put such questions to Sachidananda which were not expected from a learner. These questions made Sachidananda inwardly very pleased, as he could know that he is dealing with a gold mine. Now the time has come for Tirtha Yatra, or visit of 4 dhams, which is customarily for a sannyasi. These 4 dhams, as they are called, were established by Sri Thakura Charanashrita. At each of the dham, a devotee or seeker has to stay few days and practice to realize one out of 4 Mahavakyas of Vedanta, particularly and marked for the dham. When the date for his departure arrived, Sachidananda told him not to go and stay few more days and express his desire that he himself will accompany him. Sachidananda, the famous Vedantic sannyasi, had become quite attached to Nigamananda, and because of his love towards Nigamananda, he did want to help him and guide him personally in the first leg of his journey. After few days, they started their journey. Jokingly, Sachidananda told him, "Cover your handsome body with ash, otherwise some Dakini woman which interested in you." Nigamananda replied, "Matter of faculty. No, Thakur, your disciple is not a fool who will fall prey to any Dakini." And the journey started with a wonderful mood for both. Nigamananda Carrying the load of the handwritten books and other materials found it difficult to keep pace with Guru Sachidananda. He tried his best not to show his difficulties and continued walking briskly. Sachidananda could not miss it and said, "Is the load too much for you?" Nigamananda smiled and replied, "This is nothing compared to the load I have put on your shoulder. Gurudev, I have put prarabdha of past 100 of my past lives. Spiritual development of present life on your shoulder and have become completely relaxed." Sachidananda became pleased but said nothing.
Jayaguru. So, thank you, Jyotiraj Bhai, for your excellent reading. Though initially, because of your microphone, the sound was not good, but later part, it was crystal clear. So, you are the second Bhai in this session to read this. So, may Thakurjee bless you. Yes, thank you. So, we have got many questions today. So I'll go one by one. We have got our encyclopedia from far away from us, from US. Gyana Bhai is there. So as the name implies, so let's seek some Gyana from him also today. So the first question is, what is that question? Why Sachidanand? Yes. Okay, so Guru Gaurav Bhai from maybe Jagannathpur is asking, why Nalinikanta reluctant accepted to clean the idols? Gyana Bhai, please.
Because Nalinikanta was in Saitananda's ashram and learning Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta, everything is Brahma. So people who follow Advaita Vedanta, they don't normally worship deities and any form of deities because they believe Brahma is everywhere. So Thakura had that conception at that point, Nalinikanta. Most likely he was a brahmachari. He was definitely a brahmachari. There is a name for him which you won't find in any book. Let me tell you guys that. His Thakura's disciple, Yogananda Maharaj, has written in one of his books that his brahmachari name was Prabuddha Chaitanya. So he was probably Prabuddha Chaitanya at that time. So he did not believe in it. Initially in his life, he did not believe in all these gods and goddesses. Later on, he started believing them. Now he got into Advaita Vedanta. Then again, with Advaita Vedanta, you don't believe in forms of different deities. So that's why he was not happy doing it.
Thank you, Gyana Bhai. So can you just elaborate also one line on Advaita Vedanta? What is Advaita? That might clear the question.
As the name says, Advaita, not dual, non-dual. So this whole world, as we see, feel, and experience as we go through, is, according to Advaita Vedantins, is all consist of Maya. It's all sort of a falsehood, whereas the origin of all these is Brahman, and Brahma is, they started explaining, actually they used one word, existence, consciousness, and bliss. So just Sat Chit Ananda, those three combination, that's how you can explain what Brahma is. And everything, Brahma is available everywhere all the time. You just have to experience that. So according to Advaita Vedantins, there is no difference. I think Kunabhai said this particular sloka that he quoted from Adi Sankaracharya, that Jiva Brahmeva Napara. Advaitam, so Jiva Brahmeva Napara is the ending of that. And the Jiva that we are and Brahma, that the Brahman, there is no difference between it. That's a very basic, very high level Advaita Vedanta.
Thank you, Gyana Bhai. I will add two more lines. See, Prabuddha Chaitanya, what Gyana Bhai also, gave us a name. That is the name of the Brahmachari stage, because somebody is also asking why Nigamananda changed the name from Nalinikanta. So before he became Nigamananda also there was a Brahmachari name which is called Prabuddha Chaitanya. So when he was in Prabuddha Chaitanya stage, Guru Sachidanand Swami was teaching him about the Advaita Brahma. So which is everything is Brahma and apart from Brahma nothing else exists. But being Sachidananda a matured saint, he was worshipping idols, but Prabuddha Chaitanya was not in a position to accept idols worship because he was getting taught on a daily basis about the Advaita Brahma. That is why he was having reluctancy, and he was also having question mark on him. You know, why this Sachidanand Swami who is teaching me Advaita Brahma or Advaita Vedanta is worshipping idols. So Prabuddha Chaitanya was not in a position to reconcile himself. So this is what Gyanabhai told. Thank you, Gyanabhai. So Priyambada Ma is asking at what age Nalinikanta got sannyas diksha?
There are different versions of it. It's somewhere around 23, 24, 25. That's probably 23 is close to it.
23, what I have learned.
Yeah.
Probably I have also mentioned in that a PPT when I was just making, I just put it. I think it is 1309 means 1902 August 29 was the date when Nigamananda got the
Jayaguru, actually it is actually 1903.
1902, yeah.
In month of July and August.
Right. So
and in Oriya actually it is Bhadra Mas.
Right. The Bhadra Mas is correct. Thakur has said something about that.
Bhadra Mas 11 day.
No, Thakur has never mentioned the year. That year is really a back calculation, mostly done by Narayanima. So, you could accept that as is, or there could be other
Jayaguru. My intention of asking this question was not to get the actual date, actual year. The thing is kids should understand the age where we think life is not started, and that is he got the sannyas diksha.
Right, so it's 23. Yeah. So the intention of Ma is excellent. So all of us who are here in the YouTube channel are in 20s, so or maybe 15 plus in whichever way. So Thakurjee has got sannyas diksha in 23. So precisely. So okay. Thank you, Ma, for your intention. Now going further to the questions. Kuhukarani Ma is asking what is Nigam Tattva and what is Nigam Tattva? Please, Gyanabhai.
There are two general tattvas that people talk about, Agama and Nigama. Agama is mostly what you call it Saguna Tattva, and Nigama Tattva is the Nirguna Tattva. So since Thakura actually mastered the Nigama Tattva, the Tattva of going beyond all gunas, so his Guru named him as such.
And the name of the meaning of Nigama is Vedanta and all these things. So Nigama Tattva means the Tattva related to Vedanta, which is what Gyanabhai told. So this is as simple as that. Now Vaishnavi Ma from Pune is asking what was the reason behind the name Nigamananda which was given by Swami Sachidananda. Okay, sorry, Anand from Pune is asking.
Yes, same answer basically. That he really understood and digested Nigama Tattva in a very short time, which is the non-dual and beyond the gunas. So that's why his guru named him Nigamananda.
See, those days what gurus were doing is whoever is having mastered in whichever way, they used to name in the same pattern. So it is being told as Nalinikanta or maybe Prabuddha Chaitanya was very quick in grasping Veda and Nigam Tattva. So Guru pleased and gave him name as Nigamananda. So maybe Suresh Bhai has given the name Anand to you because you would be smiling all the time. That might be the reason also. And same for your sister Vaishnavi. She must be, in Vaishnav path. I hope I'm clear. So I know you cannot answer me, but this is how we are taking here. Okay. So jokes apart, now what is Salagram is being asked by again Kuhkarani and Priyanshi from Karnataka.
Salagram is essentially a stone, usually very smooth stone. It says that in that book also we read. Usually either round shape or a little bit elongated shape. And if you go back to our villages, we used to worship Salagram. Salagram is essentially assumed as a form of Vishnu. And then there are different mantras we utter to worship them. So you have to, actually every morning after you take bath, I've done it way back when I was in my teens. You first clean them. You get a bowl of water, put the salagram in it and completely clean it, because what you're going to do after you clean it, you wipe the excess water, put them in their place, and then put chandan in it. So that chandan needs to go away next day, and then that's the cleaning you do every day of salagram. So that is the one thing that Guru asked him to do, and he just did not like it because he didn't believe in it.
Yeah. So I hope you understood. Then now Riddhi from Karnataka is asking, why did Sachidananda Swami depend on Thakur so much? Depend on in which way? Because he was asking him to cut grass, cut wood, do cooking, or what? Riddhi, can you please explain? Or Gyane Bhai, are you getting the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Please go ahead.
So initially, what I'll go back to something Kunavi said earlier in the call, which is fine. That thinking that Sachidananda Swami had something against the Bengalis because he thought Bengalis are just babus. They sit there and do nothing. Some of his statements could lead us to believe that. I have a slightly different belief that will come back answering Ma's question here. My belief is based on a couple of discussions I had with my father and Pramod Bhai particularly, who had long discussions with Durgajan Bhai. So it came from Durgajan Bhai. The question was, why was Sachidananda so rough and tough? He used bad language, really, foul language against very near and dear of Thakura. Why he did that? He was a Siddha Sannyasi, he was a Paramahansa, he perfected in Jnanamarga and all that. Why was he doing that? He should get beyond all this, right? Why should he even discriminate one group versus another group? That could be a question. And those are some of my questions when I was reading these books. I was probably in my 20s and asking these questions. The answer came is this. According to Durgajan Bhai, is people who achieve perfection in their spiritual practices, like Sachidananda Swami and Thakur later on did, they still have a body, and that body has gone through some experiences. So Sachidananda was in army, so army people use foul language. You guys probably know that. So he was used to foul language. But the difference after you perfected is this. You only use those language when it is needed for somebody's betterment. Somebody's going to get better at whatever they are doing, you will use that. Other times you don't. So let me give you some examples. Sachidananda Swami, initially when he met Thakura, told him that Bengalis are this and that, just went after Bengalis, right? At that time, Thakura is a Bengali. I'm pretty sure Thakura had some, that kind of, ahamika of being a Bengali. So if that goes away, he never uttered that Bengalis are bad after that. Then he sent him to do, cut grasses, cook, and go. A part of the cooking, he had to go down the mountain to to a little stream and bring water and walk all the way up to the mountain and all that. All this stuff he did. And while he was doing it, he was getting scolded about his bad thing about his mother and sister and all that. All was that done to make him realize that he is going in this path of realizing himself is Brahman, and he has to detach himself from his worldly relations and all that. Once he got over that, there was no such scolding, none of that happened. Then Sultan Swami found Thakura to be very dedicated to him. That's why he was very dependent on him. So anytime he had any issues, he'll just go to Thakura. He had other disciples, he would just go to Thakura because he knew if Thakura takes up that cause, he's going to do it. Couple of other regions that we read, one time he said he had this colicky problem and Thakura could cure him, or Thakura did not know how to cure him. He knew how to cure him, but he could not do it on himself. So he said, hey, you are my disciple. If you do that, you'll go to hell. He said, yeah, I can go to hell. I don't care. But you'll be better. Let me do it. So some of those things show Thakura's devotion and dedication to the Guru. So when you are that devoted and dedicated to the Guru become dependent on you. Sorry, it was a long explanation, but
that's good, bhai. That's good. See, in short, if the Guru is depending on you so much, then please consider yourself as fortunate. So the way we can, as our practice, if in our Sakha Sangha, if the Sangha is seeking more seva from us, then we should be feeling very fortunate that Thakurjee is becoming dependent on me. So that's a good sign, not a sign of reluctancy or so. So Nalinikant or Prabuddha Chaitanya was becoming more and more inclined to Sachidanand, the way it is explained in those today's reading. You all could understand. Now we'll go to next question. So Guru Gaurav Bhai is asking, what is gastrocentric or enteric? So it's a disease related to belly. So pain in belly, in acute pain, that's what Sachidananda was having, and it's a chronic disease. So that is why the methodology was very different what Sachidananda explained to Thakurjee. And Thakurjee also did the same thing to one of other disciple during his initial stage at Benuarcha. We'll read that in due point of time. Now the next question is, why did Nalinikanta change his name to Nigamananda? So he didn't change, his Guru gave the name. So after Nalinikanta, Prabuddha Chaitanya, then Nigamananda, we just discussed. So I'm going ahead. There are many questions today. So now again, Priyansi is asking, what is Sadhana Chatushtaya, Gyanabhai?
As the word suggests, there are four sadhana. Chatushtaya means four. It's basically very simply, first one is Viveka, Vairagya, Satsampati, and Mumukhyata. In the path of knowledge, you need to discern what is real, what is not real. That is Viveka. Vairagya, you need to detach yourself from the worldly affairs. Satsampati, there are 6 of them. Some of them are Titikya, Shraddha Samadhana, Uparati Shraddha Samadhana. Those are the 6. I am not going to go through each one of them. If you want to know more, please read Gyani Guru. Thakur has explained what those 6 are. And then Mumukhyata is essentially intense desire to be liberated from this body, is Mumukhyata.
Thank you, Gyanabhai. So in short, Sadhana Chatushtaya is the basic pre-qualification to do Gyana Sadhana. So in Gyana Patha, you have to be doing Sadhana Chatushtaya initially, then there are many things will come in due course of time. Priyambada Ma is asking, what kind of Shastra Alochana Thakurjee was doing during his ashram days. So Ma, it's not possible, we are already 9:50. So Gyana Bhai has already told, advised all of us to read Gyani Guru. So Ma, if you want your question in a particular way, you can explain, because,
Yeah, no, I'm not asking about this Advaita Jnana and all. I'm just asking about those Shastra Alachana regarding the geography, Newton's law, everything Thakurjee, he analyzed those things, right, from Goladhyaya Shastra. And everything we read in our science, everything there in our Shastras. So if you can put some light on those, that would be helpful for the kids.
Yeah, that is one of the biggest takeaway that Thakura had.
Yeah.
That as a English educated or Western educated person, that Thakura did go through the English education at that time. He believed in a lot of these things, like Newton obviously discovered gravitational power and stuff like that, or Copernicus, so the first one to find that Earth goes around the sun. But then when he was reading all the scriptures, Goladhyaya is particularly one that Thakura mentions, that he found many centuries before that, Indians or Indian saints knew all that. That's just one of it. But then they also discussed the Vedas, Vedantas, Gita. So that 1.5 years with Swami Satchidananda, Thakura really learned all the scriptures that is to be learned. If you even open Jnaniguru particularly, every page has like 5 or 6, 7 different slokas. And when Thakura wrote Jnaniguru, he did not have any reference books. It's all from his memory. You can imagine what depth that he learned and how much he memorized and kept it in his mind.
Thank you, Gyana Bhai. Just to everybody's knowledge, there is a Kailas ashram in Rishikesh, which is entirely into Jnana Sadhana. And when somebody is getting admitted into Kailas ashram, they started from Vyakaran. So they started teaching Sanskrit after Vyakaran. Then whatever Ma and Gyana Bhai told, these all are being taught there. And during the last thing is the Advaita Gyan. So as per them, if somebody is not understanding all these things, he cannot digest the kind of Advaita Vedant because that is so powerful and so complex to understand. So it's very good. Ma has asked this question for the benefit of all of us. So now Sadhan Chatushtaya we completed. Now there is a question regarding this Pisacha Sadhana. So what happened? So everybody would like to know what happened to Nigamananda later stage due to Pisacha. There are two things. Gyana Bhai, if you can just tell quickly.
Yes. So Pisacha sadhana is basically a type of sadhana that you acquire that power. So there's a Pisacha, and then Pisacha will do everything. And why Satchidananda had it? Because he had to go through the forest and all that. So he had a protection. Some tiger comes in, that Pisacha could go and attack the tiger and all that. So what Thakura did there is sold the Pisacha to a Nagasadhu. So Nagasadhu got very happy and took the Pisacha because he could ask Pisacha to do whatever he wants to do. Then later on in his life, those two characters came back. So he was in Kasi, he was going to take a bath in Ganges, and he saw there was a dog coming towards him trying to bite him. Then there is another dog came in and threw him out. Then he went there, took bath, coming back, he sees a big bullock coming and trying to kill him. And then another person comes in. So he saw like 3 or 4 these kind of things. So he walked back to his place where he was staying. And then he went back to internalized it to see what is that. He found that those two characters are those Nagasadhu and the Pisacha. So now Nagasadhu, once he died, the Pisacha started attacking him and gave him all kinds of trouble. So here, when the Nagasadhu saw Thakura, he became enraged and he was trying to attack Thakura. And the Pisacha was saving him because now Pisacha is actually ruling the Nagasadhu. So Thakura, once he realized it, he basically what he did through his spiritual power, he just uplifted their soul a little bit so that they don't stay in this constant fight forever.
Yes. So I'll add 2 lines more. Actually, when Naga died, Pisacha was not able to get anything because Pisacha was being fed by Naga Sadhu every time. So Pisacha wanted another shelter. So he was hunting Naga Sadhu, please find me a shelter, otherwise I am not going to make you in the path of salvation. So that was the quarrel between both of them. And Naga Sadhu was not having any option because he was already out from this material world. So when Thakurjee knew this, he was having that power. So he gave salvation to both of them, and they both were happy. So thank you, Gyana Bhai, for quickly summarizing this. Now coming back to the other questions, what are the 4 Mahavakyas for the Char Dham? Riddhi from Karnataka. Gyana Bhai.
Thakura, again, when Shankaracharya established 4 dhamas, so he gave each of the dhamas a particular Mahavakya. And Thakura, it says that in the writing, Aham Brahmasmi was his Mahavakya because he belonged to the Rameswaram or Sringeri Matha, Saraswati Sampradaya. That is Aham Brahmasmi. There are others. Ayam Atma Brahma is Atharva Veda. Then Tattvamasi is Samveda. Aham Brahmasmi is Jadurveda. And Pragyanang Anandang Brahma or Pragyanang Brahma is Rugveda, which is Puri. And
so basically the meaning of
the same thing. All 4 of them point to the same thing.
Yes.
Aham Atma Brahman, this Atma is Brahman. Tat Tvamasi, Tat, him, Tvam, you are same. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. And what is the nature of Brahma? Pragyanang Anandang Brahma. So that Brahma is basically full of this.
So thank you. Again, Anand is asking what is the reason behind change of behavior of Sachidanand. We have already discussed it. One of other reason you can take, it is a test for the disciple to test his patience, to make him more resistant to this kind of ugly words, so that if you are a monk, then you should not be bothered for the material things. So this might be another way of getting to know. Now next question is, what is Prarabdha? Riddhi from Karnataka.
Prarabdha is a portion of karma. I have a little bit of a problem with the way that sentence was written, so I'm going to take that up with Santosh Bhai. Not too many janmas Prarabdha. So the karma bada that we know from Vedanta and what Thakura has told us, when a person is born, he or she, before he was born, had some karma stored in a place called Sanchita karma. Then part of the Sanchita karma that person brings to this life is called Prarabdha. So that means what it is whatever karma he comes with as Prarabdha, they have to go through that. That has to happen. Only Guru cannot take Prarabdha away completely, but Guru can make it less, less bad for the person. So that is only for that life, not many lives.
So I'll take 1 minute more. It's a very important topic, Prarabdha. Everybody should understand it well, because this can create a turbulence in the life of spirituality, to go more into that. So I'll just try to use an example. Suppose we are taking a sweet. So now we felt a good taste. So in our mind, it is being stored that sweet is a good food, and whenever we will get sweet, we will go to that, we will try to take more, and this is how the life continues. So as soon as we eat this sweet, we felt good, and we have got an idea that sweet is good. So the idea which is stored in the mind, so whatever karma we do in this life, apart from the phala or apart from the effect we are getting at the same point in time, there is a other effect which is stored in the mind also. So that is accumulated, and when the man is dying, so those accumulation are the sanchita karma phala, which is going to add to the previous janma's sanchita karma phala. So if I can make you understand, so that sanchita karma phala is suppose X. Now when the same person is going to take birth as in other state, other place, other caste, whatever it is, as per the karma phala of his last life, out of that sanchita karma phala, something is going to be put in the new birth. That is called prarabdha. So what we need to understand is, whatever prarabdha we have with us in this life has to be finished, and we should not do any more karmas to create more karma phalas. So it is not possible, because without doing karma no one can stay alive. We all have to do karma. We have to study, we have to do job, we have to do business, we have to eat. This is also a karma. So how can one avoid karma? So what is the remedy for this? So the remedy is, once we accept Thakurjee as our Guru and Ishta, if whatever we do with the permission of Thakurjee, that is with the permission of Sangha, then the karma will be niskama karma, and there will be no effect out of this. And whatever prarabdha we are having is going to be minimized or limited by Thakurjee, because he is prarabdha rodhaka. And whatever is there in sanchita, which we could not bring to this life, will be automatically vanished once we change our identity to the Sevak of Thakur, not as what we are, what we seems to be know, like or Devasis Mahanti, Sangram Dhar, or Ramesh Lenka. So this is what is in short. This is a vast chapter. I took 2 minutes because this is important one. Thank you.
Just adding one line. That
Please.
prarabdha is also not only last birth, it will accumulate all the karmas of the so many births what we have completed.
Yes.
So all the karmas are coming in with the prarabdha. So that we have to complete in these things.
Yes.
But bhai, prarabdha karma can borrow from any number of births that we have accumulated.
Yeah.
But prarabdha is always for that one life. Then that goes away. It's all spent.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
go back,
Yeah,
another life, you go back to the sanchita karma and bring more prarabdha.
So Avinash Padhi Bhai is asking, did Thakur came to Kutapur? Yes, after he became full-fledged saint, he once came to Kutapur. Now Priyanshi is again asking, what does the cylindrical shape of Salagram means? See, Salagram, when Sachidananda saw for that time, he was very much pleased to have it. So he asked his disciple Nigamananda to have it in any way. So we all know how Thakurjee, got that for Swami Sachidanand. So that time it was spherical shape. Now because Thakurjee could not worship it, could not feed him, could not give him chandan as Gyanabhai told, could not make him bath, so it became a different shape. Like when we are ill, we don't feel good, we feel something else. So that is how. So that is what is meant by how it became cylindrical shape. Now Smridhi from Karnataka is asking, are there any sadhanas other than this 4 sadhan chatushtaya? Yes, we will keep reading. Thakurjee has attended Tantra Siddhi, then now Jnana Siddhi. Post it he will have Yoga Siddhi and Prema Siddhi. So you have to wait for the last to understand this. Now, why did Salagrama change shape? We just discussed. Then Tanvi Tamanna Das is asking, who is Sachidanand Swami? He is the Jnani Guru of Thakurjee. Okay. Now Riddhi is asking, what is the meaning of the word Sachidananda? So Jnana Bhai, please.
Sachidananda as a word actually points to Brahma that we have been talking about. Sat, Chit, Ananda, there are 3 words. Sat is existence. They are forever. They exist in the same form that never change. Chit is consciousness, or sometimes it's called knowledge, and Ananda is bliss. So Sachidananda, the only way to define Brahma that every Vedantin accepts is Sachidananda. Thakur has used it.
Okay, Gyanabhai, what is Mahavakya? Another question.
Mahavakya, as we discussed, there are 4 Mahavakyas. They are essentially different language found in various Upanishads. Shankaracharya decided to pick those 4, as we discussed, Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, and Pragyanam Anandam Brahma, those 4 sentences, or 4 phrases, rather, not sentence, they are phrases, 4 phrases, because they all point to our true nature or true self, which is nothing but Brahma. If you go back to Thakura's principle, Thakura always wants us to know that that is Thakura's motto, that's Thakura's view, that we are all the same. However, the way to achieve that realization is through Bhaktivada. I just extended that a little bit, but Mahavakyas are all those 4 phrases.
So in other words, like we have got prasad everywhere, but in Jagannath temple Puri it is Mahaprasad. Like that, there are many Vakyas in Shastra, but there are some important Vakyas which is called Mahavakyas, what we got explanation. Thakurjee has also given us Mahavakya Panchak. So there are 5 Mahavakyas of Thakurjee. It is in Nigama Upadesh book. So, one should learn it. So these Mahavakyas are Nitya Smaranya. Every day we should, recall them, read them, recite them, just to ensure that we are with those Mahavakyas at any given point in time. Okay, Tamanna Das is asking, please advise more with Prarabdha. So what else, Gyana Bhai? So can I give an example to them? Another example?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I got this example from Dr. Pramod Mahanti Bhai. So many of us would have been learned the same. So suppose there is a train. So Purushottam Express from Bhubaneswar to New Delhi. So New Delhi, it's reached. Now everybody got down from the train, and the pantry car went to the section where pantry car is getting serviced. The engine went to the engine section where the engine is getting, serviced and cleaned and whatever. The AC buggy will go to the AC section because the air conditioning will be checked, and the normal buggies will go to the normal section. So everything will be cleaned, checked, maintained, and made okay. So now the station master or whoever is in charge, he has to decide another train called Rajdhani Express from Delhi to Bhubaneswar. So what he will get to know, there will be 2 engine requirement, 1 guard buggy, 17 third AC, 5 second AC, 1 fast AC, XYG, or 2 pantry car. So this is the requirement of the Rajdhani train. So what he will do, he will send a message to each department. Okay, so give me 2 trains, 2 engines, 1 guard buggy, 17 third AC, 5 second AC. But he would not be knowing which 5 second AC is going to be in the Rajdhani, whether those are there in Purushottam or any other express, nobody would be knowing. So those second AC, third AC, fourth AC or whatever, after those bogies came, they will put Rajdhani nameplate on that. And that is become Rajdhani Express, and from New Delhi to Bhubaneswar, it will go. Again, the same thing will happen in Bhubaneswar. So why I told you all these things is, once our life is going on, or anybody's life is going on, once he got died, so depending on his different karmas, his next birth is going to be decided. So when the next birth is getting decided, out of this Sanchita karma phala, whatever we discussed in last discussion, so whatever can be bearable to that body, as per the Rajdhani Express or as per whatever express, the God will define and take out something as prarabdha. Gyana Bhai, please tell if anything I left or anything you would like to say, or anybody.
It's a good example. Good example, Bhai.
So if anybody would like to tell anything, or I think Tamanna Das would have been understood. Now Harish Das Bhai is asking Jayaguru, what is the difference between Mahavakya and Ishta Mantra? Gyana Bhai, please. It's completely different, but let Gyana Bhai explain.
Yeah, they are completely different. Again, there may be a confusion because it says Thakur as thinking of the Aham Brahmasmi mantra. It is a mantra, but the Bija mantra or Ishta mantra, those things are some things that you get into in either Tantra sadhana or Prema sadhana. Whereas Mahavakya is a way to start thinking, start really internalizing what that Mahavakya means, which is I am Brahma. So that's a Jnana Marga sadhana. So there are different sadhanas and there are different things that go with the sadhana. So a Bija mantra doesn't go with Jnana sadhana. And same way Mahavakya doesn't go with Tantra sadhana. When Thakur did Tantra sadhana, he actually got a Bija mantra, string Bija, to worship Tara. And really end of that is get Tara as his wife. That was the string Bija meant. And then in the Bhakti Marga, there are also mantras that are given to you. Generally, they are Vaishnavas, so there will be some Vishnu mantra, some equivalent of Vishnu mantra people get. Either Radha Krishna mantra or something similar. So they are the different things for different path of spiritual practice.
So in short, Mahavakya is to feel and is to remember every time. This will make your status defined. Like Aham Brahmasmi is the Mahavakya what Swami Sachidananda told to Thakurjee. Though he went to all four tirthas and have experienced the four Mahavakyas, but the Mahavakya which Swami Sachidananda told Thakurjee is Aham Brahmasmi. So the feeling of Thakurjee came, I am Brahma. So that is the feeling, or that is his status. But the Ishta mantra is something else. Thakurjee's Ishta mantra is stream, or for us it is Jayaguru. It doesn't mean the Mahavakya is Jayaguru. Mahavakya is something else. Thakurjee told, मैं नित्य मो नित्य लोकर नित्य पुरुष तुम मैंने मोर नित्य संगी बा पार्श्वद. So this is like there are 5 Mahavakyas of Thakurjee. That is not anyway similar to the Ishta mantra. Now Jasaswini Mishra is asking Jayaguru. So basically, bhai, Sanchita karma is all the karma we have done in previous birth, and Prarabdha karma is subset of it, which we have to face in the current life. Bhai, eager to know exactly ma, but to add one more line. In the Sanchita karma, whatever we are doing in this life, we are also keep creating some karma phala which is also getting stored. So this is also will add to that Sanchita karma. So that means like you have got 1 lakh rupees in your bank account. Now this month, today is 9th, everybody would have got salary. The salaried people I am asking, not the students. So suppose they got 50,000 as their salary. So they spend 30,000. Now 20,000 is the saving. So their bank balance became 1,20,000. So next month it will 1,30,000 or so on, so forth. So 1 lakh Sanchita karma phala when we came to this world will become more and more if we keep doing karma. So the best way is to be on the status should be changed to Mahavakya, whatever Thakurjee told. We have to think we are Sevaka, we are not Sangram, we are not Jnana, we are not Ramesh, or we are not Priyambada. And whatever we do as per the instruction of Sangha, so that will be Seva or that will be Niskama karma. In that way, there is no effect of karma, there is no karma phala, no Sanchita, and the Prarabdha Thakurjee will eliminate. How? Suppose I have to go to Bhubaneswar. So there are many ways I have to go to Bhubaneswar. I can take a flight, I can take a chartered flight on my own. I can go by road, I can go by train, I can go by walk even. So if Thakurjee would be blessed, will be blessing to me, then he might get a charter for me. I can reach in 1.5 hours. Otherwise, I have to spend 1 hour before the airport, blah, blah, blah. So 4 to 5 hours and go in a plane. In train, it will take 24 hours. By walk, it will take 15 days. So this is how Thakurjee can, reduce the prarabdha to a very ease and comfortable way. I think now it's clear. So Mr. Google is allowing us to go further, though the limit is 1 hour. So thanks, Mr. Google. We all are grateful to you. I am now requesting Priyambada Ma and Devasis Bhai, please flash your questions. Kindly scan the QR code to get the Google form and answer it at the earliest possible.
Jayaguru Bhai, ସେ ଏଇଟା ଲେଖୁଛି the form Jayaguru Summer Vacation Bliss 2025 self attachment no longer accepting responses. ଟିକେ ମାଟି ଚେକ୍ କରିବେ. Priyambada Ma? Yeah, I think it's working now. I request everyone to scan now.
Yes. Thank you. So we have started getting responses. We'll wait for another 2 minutes. Otherwise, this same QR code will be available in the YouTube, and we will also flash it in Nigam Swadhyay group.
Jayaguru Bhai, as 2 minutes is there, I just want to share my one-up experience on Salagram.
Please.
So Salagram looks like a very blackish stone. So I think the children who are going to Puri from Smriti Mandir to while going to the Bagicha, you can see in the puja store or the side, sub Salagram is there. Salagram, if you want to see the originality of the Salagram, if you put 3 in a hand, the middle one will be rotated very fastly. So this is the way how we can just check whether it is original or not. So that is one thing just I want to share.
Aja, tell again. If you would like to hold 3.
Yes, the middle one will be rotated very fastly.
Oh. I'll try. I'm there on
because I used to know this because in our village we used to do puja of the Salagram. There they used to take the Salagram water and all. So
okay. So generally it is black, but I got somewhere a white Salagram also. I have it with me. It's a rare one. So but everywhere the Salagram is black in color.
Yes, and the main thing is if you see in the shop, the shape will not change. But once you start worshipping it, and if you're not doing it properly, so as Thakur also told, like if you are not doing to do the puja in a proper way, this will be happening something bad or all misfortune to you. So sometimes that also I heard, I don't know, but that also some people also tells like it changed the shape if you are not putting it in a proper puja and all.
Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so now time is getting over. Grateful to all of you to join this Nigam Swadhyay group. For information of all of you, tomorrow and day after, Saturday and Sunday we don't have. We are urging all of you, requesting all of you to do seva at the nearest ashram wherever you have. Please do seva, and that is what the reflection of the 5 days Swadhyay you also do. And looking forward to meet all of you on coming Monday, which is a very special day called Buddha Purnima or Baishak Purnima. So looking forward to see all of you on coming Monday. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.